Your body has been quietly changing the rules on you, and it started long before you noticed. The metabolism you had at 45 is not the one you have now. The gut that processed everything without complaint has become selective, and some of the foods that once counted as healthy are doing something different inside a body that is navigating the hormonal and cellular shift that comes after 60. Most of the research that decided what a healthy diet looked like was built on younger bodies, often male bodies, and it said nothing about what happens to a vegetable's chemical load inside a woman whose estrogen has dropped, whose thyroid is more vulnerable, whose gut flora has thinned. Today, we are going through both lists, the 3 vegetables that are quietly working against you after 60, and the 3 that are doing something extraordinary for the body you actually live in now. Not because vegetables are dangerous, because the difference between the right ones and the wrong ones at this stage is not small. The first vegetable that earns a harder look after 60 is not exotic. It is probably in your crisper drawer right now. Raw cruciferous vegetables, kale, raw cabbage, Brussels sprouts, have been sold to women as the gold standard of clean eating for decades, and the praise is not entirely wrong. But there is a mechanism at work inside them that matters more after 60 than it ever did before, and almost no one explains it plainly. Cruciferous vegetables contain compounds called goitrogens. Think of a goitrogen like a hand over a microphone. It muffles the signal your thyroid is trying to send. Specifically, goitrogens interfere with the thyroid's ability to absorb iodine, and iodine is the raw material your thyroid uses to manufacture the hormones that govern your metabolism, your body temperature, your energy, and your mood. In a young body with a fully robust thyroid, the hand on the microphone barely matters. In a woman over 60, where thyroid function is already more vulnerable, where subclinical hypothyroidism becomes significantly more common, where the symptoms of a sluggish thyroid can be mistaken for aging, the interference compounds. A 2019 analysis published in the journal Nutrients found that goitrogen-rich diets were associated with measurable decreases in thyroid hormone output in women with borderline thyroid function. The fix is not elimination. Cooking cruciferous vegetables deactivates most of the goitrogenic compounds. Heat breaks the chemical structure. A lightly steamed Brussels sprout is categorically different from a raw kale smoothie. The problem is the raw form, in volume, consumed daily. And if the thyroid is one system that becomes newly fragile after 60, there is a second system, the one most women do not think about until it fails, that the next vegetable quietly aggravates. High oxalate vegetables have a reputation problem. They do not have one. Spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard, the vegetables that appear in every longevity salad, every smoothie bowl, every image of virtuous eating, are among the highest oxalate foods in the human diet. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds that the body normally flushes through the kidneys. Think of your kidneys like a water treatment plant. Oxalates come in, get processed, go out. But after 60, 2 things happen that change the calculation. Estrogen, which had been quietly helping regulate oxalate clearance, is largely gone. And kidney filtration rate, the speed of the treatment plant, declines naturally with age. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that postmenopausal women had significantly higher urinary oxalate concentrations than premenopausal women consuming identical diets. When the treatment plant slows down and the volume coming in stays the same, oxalates begin to accumulate. In the kidneys, accumulation means stones. In the gut, it means inflammation. In the joints, it means a kind of crystalline irritation that is rarely diagnosed correctly because no one thought to ask about spinach. This is not a reason to never eat spinach. It is a reason to not eat it raw, in volume, every day, and to rotate in lower oxalate greens that do the same work without the same load. The third vegetable is one you were probably told was heart healthy. It is under the right conditions. The problem is the conditions. Nightshade vegetables, tomatoes, peppers, eggplant contain a compound called solanine, and in certain women over 60, solanine behaves like a trigger. Think of it like a false alarm in your immune system's monitoring station. Solanine can activate inflammatory pathways in women who carry a specific gut permeability, what is sometimes loosely called leaky gut, where the intestinal lining has become more porous than it should be. After 60, gut lining integrity declines. The tight junctions between intestinal cells, the mortar between the bricks of your gut wall, loosen. Compounds that would have stayed in the digestive tract now pass into the bloodstream and reach the immune system's sensors. For women who have no existing joint inflammation, nightshades may be fine. For women who have noticed that their joints ache more than their activity level explains, or that certain meals create a kind of systemic heaviness the next morning, a 4-week nightshade elimination is one of the most informative experiments a body can run. The mechanism is not universal, but it is real. It is specific to gut permeability that increases with age, and it is worth naming. Now the other list. Because this is not a video about fear. It is a video about leverage, the specific places where a small change produces a disproportionate result in a body over 60. The first vegetable on the positive list does something that no supplement has matched cleanly, and the mechanism is finally understood well enough to explain, simply. Broccoli sprouts, not mature broccoli, the sprouts specifically, contain a compound called sulforaphane at concentrations roughly 100 times higher than the full-grown vegetable. Sulforaphane activates a pathway in your cells called NRF2. Think of NRF2 as the master switch for your body's own antioxidant production system. Not antioxidants coming in from food, the genes inside your cells that manufacture antioxidant enzymes. You are not giving the body antioxidants. You are turning on the factory that makes them. A 2017 trial published in Cancer Prevention Research found that 3 servings of broccoli sprouts per week produced measurable activation of antioxidant defense genes in postmenopausal women. The relevance after 60 is direct. Oxidative stress, the cellular damage that accumulates faster when estrogen's protective effect is gone, is one of the primary drivers of the aging-related changes that matter most. Cognitive decline, arterial stiffness, cellular aging, all driven in part by oxidative load. Broccoli sprouts are one of the most potent tools available to turn up the body's own defense against that load, and they are available at most grocery stores for under $4. This is actually where the Strong Past the Drop protocol puts significant emphasis, specifically the food sequencing and vegetable timing that maximizes sulforaphane activation, because how you prepare and pair these foods changes the compound's bioavailability dramatically. The protocol was built for women over 50 and 60 who have heard that vegetables are good and still are not seeing the results in their body. Because the mechanism, not just the category, is what determines the outcome. It is on screen if you want it. But the second vegetable on the positive list does something entirely different. Something that most women over 60 are not getting enough of and cannot feel until it is gone. Leafy greens cooked, specifically arugula, watercress, cooked spinach, deliver nitrates that the body converts to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator. It opens blood vessels the way releasing a kink in a garden hose opens the flow. After 60, blood vessel elasticity declines. The walls stiffen. The hose kinks more easily. Nitric oxide is the signal that tells smooth muscle in the vessel walls to relax. A 2018 meta-analysis in the British Journal of Nutrition found that dietary nitrate from leafy greens produced measurable reductions in blood pressure and improvements in arterial stiffness in adults over 55, independent of sodium intake or exercise. The blood pressure effect is modest, roughly 4 to 5 millimeters of mercury systolic. But the arterial elasticity effect is less modest, and it is the one that matters more. Stiff arteries are not just a heart disease risk, they are a delivery problem. Every cell in your body, including the muscle cells you are trying to hold onto after 60, receives oxygen and nutrients through vessels that need to stay pliable. Cooked leafy greens are not optional roughage, they are infrastructure maintenance. The last vegetable is the one that most directly addresses what happens to the female body in the decade after 60 that nobody told you was coming. Fermented vegetables, kimchi, sauerkraut, lacto-fermented pickles, are doing something different from all other vegetables. They are not just delivering nutrients, they are delivering living organisms that directly rebuild the gut microbiome. And after 60, this is one of the most consequential things you can do for your health. Here is the mechanism. Estrogen is partially processed through the gut. A subset of gut bacteria, called the estrobolome, produces an enzyme that reactivates estrogen metabolites so they can recirculate. When the gut microbiome thins after 60, which it does, measurably, particularly the diversity of beneficial bacteria, the estrobolome weakens. The body's already low estrogen pool becomes even less available because the recycling system is failing. Think of it like a deposit bottle program where half the machines are broken. The return rate drops, less comes back. A 2021 study in the journal Cell found that a high fermented food diet increased microbiome diversity significantly in adults, with greater effect size than high fiber diets alone. For women over 60, fermented vegetables are not a trend. They are one of the most direct inputs available for a system that has been slowly losing the workers it needs. The vegetable list was never the whole story. It was always about the mechanism, what those specific compounds are doing inside a body at a specific hormonal and cellular stage, and whether the rules the industry wrote still apply. After 60, some of them do not. The ones that do more than they ever did before. What changes after 60 is not your need for quality. It is the body's sensitivity to the difference between inputs that support the mechanism and ones that quietly work against it. You do not have less margin for error at this stage. You have more information, if someone gives it to you clearly. Strong Past the Drop was built because understanding the mechanism and knowing what to actually eat on Tuesday are two different problems, and most programs solve neither one for women over 60. The protocol maps 8 weeks of meals built specifically around the compounds that matter: sulforaphane activation, nitrate timing, fermented food integration, protein sequencing before and after the short walking and leg strength sessions that tell the body to keep its muscle. It exists because the gap between knowing what is true about your body and knowing how to act on it